class content now. Welcome to session 18 of the SSC training. So I'm going to put everybody on mute and then we will take questions if possible. If not, then we will have a post-session Q&A. All right. So today, what is the agenda? We are going to see text widgets. We are going to see blending today, which is very important. Sorting and filtering. We have already done that. So we will focus on blending today because that is an important topic. Then we will also do story performance best practices. What are the best practices you should keep in mind when designing a story? Export story into different formats. We will look what is the option when you export the entire story. What are the different options you have and what are the different layouts you can export your story. And then if time permits, we will also go for publishing the stories, which is a scheduled publishing, which is like a broadcasting your stories to different users via email. So if time permits, we'll do that as well. And then we'll have the post-session Q&A. All right. So let's have some refresher. I did not put the refresher here. So let's do that together. So yesterday, what did we discuss, guys? Okay. Yesterday, we discussed the different table options. So what were the table options we had? We had the show totals. We saw that how the totals are shown both on the top and on the bottom, both are possible, right? And templates we saw, which are nothing but your reporting templates. How many templates are there?
4, I think.
4 templates are there. So one is the default template, one is reporting, the other one is alternating rows, and the third one is standard, which is the gray. It automatically puts a gray color on the headers, which is columns or rows. So standard, or what is also called basic, right? You can call it anything. So we have templates. You can do templates. We have something called in-cell charts. Inside the table, you can enable in-cell charts, and then you can sort accordingly. So the top value comes on the top, and then the bottom value comes at the very end. So in-cell charts can be enabled within the tables. And then we saw the styling. So we have styling which can be enabled and reused. So styling is saved and reused. And then we can have styling rules on these stylings. So first you have to create styling, and then it basically does the styling rules, which takes that styling and then goes for your alternating or children or siblings, and all those styling rules are there. I have already given the screenshot of the up-to-date options, which also has children as well. Okay. So we have that, the styling rules we applied. And then what else we did? We did charts.
Format types.
Format types. Sorry, what is that, Rani?
It is applying colors or something.
Yeah, I mean colors applying that, those are within these styling rules and styling, which you can do background color and all those things. Yes. And then charts, we saw that within charts we have scaling. Chart scaling was an option where you scale to the 2 different charts, which is showing 2 different measures, so that accordingly proportionate wise, the data wise, the chart height differs, and you can easily deduce the correct values from the chart scaling. And then we can also have variance in the charts. Okay, variance in charts. We saw that how it can be shown. Either it can be shown as a percentage, or it can be shown as a separate values only. And then you can have the inline, that means overlapping within the chart. There will be another color which will show you the variance analysis. So all those options are there within the chart, which is very important. And then we saw something called trellis. So trellis is one of the good ways to actually provide multiple dimensions and repeat the chart for each member of the trellis dimension. So that's also an important feature which we discussed yesterday. So those are the important things. And then we saw the widgets, accidental deletion, right? If you do the accidental deletion, then in the classic stories, it is like it will give you the option for very limited time, like few seconds. Okay, and then you can restore. So it will give few seconds to restore. And the ODE, the optimized design experience stories, you can use the undo button. So there it is much safer and you will not lose your changes so easily. Okay, so those are your different options we discussed. And then few miscellaneous things, of course, we discussed in our pre and post session Q&A, like calculated columns, and then how to do the n-1, n-2, go back 2 years. But we were not able to do it for a calculated measure, like for a restricted measure and all. That part I'm going to check and get back to you how we can do that. Is there a workaround around that? Because it's not as flexible as BW or HANA, native HANA, where you can write some logic there. So I will check on that and then I'll let you know. So we discuss that as well. Okay. Today's topic, let's start into the text widget first. Let's start with text widgets. So we'll cover that and then we'll go into the blending topic as well. So what are text widgets? See, we have seen all the different types of widgets. We have the table widget, we have the geomap widget, we have the chart widget. In the chart also we have different types of widget. But we also have the text widgets, because when you put the different data in a graphical format like charts or in a tabular format like tables, you have to put some title or the heading as well. So that's what is your text widgets. And text widgets can be dynamic in nature also. Either you can directly type a text and make it a static text, or you can make it as a dynamic text as well. Like for example, in this screenshot, you can see that we have dynamic text elements. These are all the options for dynamic text. You can add story properties. What are story properties? Like what is the name of the current user who is executing the story? What is the current date? What is the current time? Who last modified this particular story? Who was the creator of the story? So on and so forth. So these are your story properties which you can very easily add as a dynamic text to the story, right? And then we also have dimensions. You can put dimension values. You can put input control values. If there is a calculation input control or a measure input control, or you have story filters. The story filters can also be easily added, and model variables. If you have any variables or prompts defined at the model level, then the values for those can also be shown dynamically on the text widget. So that's where the text widgets come in very handy, and the text widgets will give you the flexibility or the options to dynamically show the text. And of course, we have the hyperlinks also, which also we will discuss. Hyperlinks basically gives you the option to jump to another page or another story or another web page, completely external URL, that all those things also you can provide. So hyperlink gives you the ability to click on the link and jump to the story. Just what we did to jump. We created a simple story with one text widget, and then we put a hyperlink to jump to our geo story. So those are the types of things you can do with hyperlinking as well. So dynamic text is different and hyperlinking is different. Dynamic text will give you the option to dynamically show the data, and hyperlink will give you the option to jump to another location. And symbols can be pasted into text widgets as well. Okay, if you have certain symbols you want to put, like for example, you want to put a delta symbol, the triangle, or you want to put a currency symbol, or you want to put the other symbols which are there allowed in SAC, then you can put those symbols also. You can also put image. images can be put. So you can add images also to your widgets and then put some text there. So all those things you can easily do it. So those are the text widgets which are important to understand. And then hyperlinks, as we discussed, when you create a link to jump to another location, that is called a hyperlink. So the hyperlink option for the widget can be used to navigate between a page in a story. So you can give hyperlinks to jump to different pages within a one story, or you can give a hyperlink to a completely new story, which we did. And you can also do an external website. If you want the user to jump to your company website from the company logo, then those options can also be enabled via hyperlinking. So when you create hyperlinks, you have these options. You can give a mobile app URL. You can give an external website URL. You can give a page within a story, or you can give another story as well. So those are your options for the hyperlinks. And then you can also tell the SAC that you want to open in the same tab or you want to open in new tab. Sometimes we don't want to lose the tab in which we are working. We want the hyperlinks to open in a separate tab in the browser. Then those options are also available. Okay. Then we have R visualization widgets. Yes, I think Srinata was interested in this. She was asking what are the different chart types available for R visualizations. So R visualization is a very powerful visualization and it's a separate widget. If you go to the SAC and you will see that there is a separate widget for the R visualization. It's not our simple chart widget. It's a separate widget because it needs some scripting to be done. It needs some inputs, specific inputs and scripting to be done. So R visualization is very, very